American History X still stops people cold, almost 30 years later. So we're going back to the film that tore Hollywood apart before anyone even saw it. 8 crazy facts. Studio scoop? Let's go.
Where do you think you're going? Get back!
Derek! Let her go! Derek, let her go!
Stop! Finished with you. You need to learn some fucking manners, Davina. Shut your fucking mouth!
Fact 1. Norton had weeks to get unrecognizable. Edward Norton had to look genuinely dangerous as Derek Vineyard. Not action hero fit, threatening. He packed on around 30 pounds of muscle in a compressed training window before cameras rolled, working with a trainer daily to hit the physical profile of someone who could intimidate a room just by walking into it. People who had worked with Norton before barely recognized him on set. But here is what Norton said made it worth it. The body was not just about looking the part. It was how he found Derek. The shaved head, the muscle, the posture. When all of it came together, the character arrived with it. Derek had to feel dangerous before he ever said a word. Norton made sure he did.
I got a bet. I come in this game right now. Same score, but we play black guys against the white guys.
Fact 2. The title is a hidden message. Most people assume American History X just sounds cool. It does, but the X was chosen deliberately. American History X is the actual name of Danny's school paper inside the film, the essay his teacher assigns him. And the X is a math term. It is the unknown variable, the one that has not been solved yet. Writer David McKenna built the title around the idea that Derek's story, the chapter that matters, is still being written when the film starts. By the time the credits roll, you understand exactly what the X meant all along. It is not stylistic, it is the thesis.
What's up? Want some too, bitch? Huh? What's wrong with you? You wanna die? Punk-ass white boy.
Fact 3. Real white supremacist gangs were the source material. To make Derek's world feel lived in and not like a movie version of extremism, the production researched actual neo-Nazi and white supremacist groups operating in Southern California's beach communities in the 1990s. Venice Beach, where the film is set, had documented skinhead activity during that era. Norton and director Tony Kaye went deep into that world as research. The recruitment tactics, the brotherhood psychology, the way ideology spreads through family units, all of it was pulled from real documented movements. The film's most uncomfortable power comes from that specificity. It is not a cartoon, it is a reconstruction.
There's over 2 million illegal immigrants bedding down in this state tonight. This state spent $3 billion last year on services for those people who had no right to be here in the first place.
Fact 4. The MPAA almost killed the release with an NC-17. The MPAA was not happy with this film's first submission. The prison scenes, particularly the shower assault sequence, were flagged for an NC-17 rating, which would have ended its theatrical run before it started. The production went through negotiations and cuts to land the R rating audiences eventually saw. What is significant is how much gut punch remains in the film even after those edits. The version that made it through still does not hold back. What was removed to avoid NC-17 was reportedly even more graphic. That MPAA battle shaped the final film more than most viewers realize.
I don't want to fuck up my family anymore. I'll go as far away as I can get.
That's not good enough. You want my help, you gotta do better than that. My help is not unconditional.
Fact 5. It flopped. Then it became a classic. American History X opened to around $6.7 million its opening weekend and finished its entire theatrical run with roughly $24 million worldwide against a $20 million production budget. By Hollywood math, once marketing spend is added, that is a loss. The studio was not thrilled. But then something happened on home video. The film found its audience the slow way. Word of mouth, cable airings, college dorms, people handing the disc to their friends. Within a few years, it had become one of the most watched catalog titles New Line Cinema had. The box office story and the cultural legacy of this film exist in completely separate universes.
No, I'm doing my best. I'm going like this just to keep my family in the clear. Don't ask me to fix this whole fucking situation.
I'm not asking that.
It was there before me.
You helped create it. You want to take a break now? You take a break, you'll find no peace.
Fact 6. Norton went into the editing room himself. Here is where it gets complicated. Edward Norton had negotiated final cut approval into his contract, which is unusual for an actor and set up a direct collision course. When Tony Kaye delivered his version of the film, Norton was not happy with it. Kaye's cut was reportedly much longer and more experimental in structure, leaning toward what Kaye himself described as a European art house sensibility. Norton went into the editing room and recut the film into what ultimately reached theaters. He shortened it, restructured sequences, and reshaped the emotional arc. What you have seen is Norton's cut. Kaye's version has never been officially released.
What the fuck is he thinking?
Mitch is the only reason why you're not a corpse right now. Remember that.
You know what? I don't fucking give a shit. I can take care of myself. He shouldn't be doing that.
Fact 7. Kaye wanted his name replaced with Humpty Dumpty. Tony Kaye did not take this quietly. When he saw what Norton had done, he went to war. He demanded his director's credit be replaced, first pushing for the standard disowned director pseudonym Alan Smithee, and then, in a move that became Hollywood legend, requesting that the credit read Humpty Dumpty instead. New Line said no. Kaye was not done. He took out full-page ads in Variety and The Hollywood Reporter, publicly attacking Norton and the studio, detailing his grievances to the entire industry in print. It became one of the most documented director versus actor battles in modern Hollywood history.
Can't make it in here on your own. Look, I'm not afraid of those fucking pussies, okay? There was 6 of them and they jumped me. That's not gonna happen again. I hope they fucking try.
Look, man, I'm not talking about your peckerwood friends. They're protecting your stupid ass.
Fact 8. The Rabbi, the priest, and the Tibetan monk. So here is the fact that sounds completely made up but is fully documented. During the height of the editing war, Tony Kaye arranged a meeting with New Line Cinema executives to try to resolve the dispute over the film. He did not show up alone. He showed up with a rabbi, a Catholic priest, and a Tibetan monk.
Well, you can waltz in and out of here.
Hey,
That's what
shut
you
up!
choose.
Shut the fuck up! I came in here to tell you one thing. I am out. Out! And Danny is out too. And if you come near my family again, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Well, excuse me.
His argument was that the film dealt with themes of such moral weight that the decision about its final form required spiritual guidance at the table. The executive sat through this meeting. It did not resolve the dispute. Kaye lost the battle, the studio backed Norton's cut, and the film hit theaters exactly as Norton intended. And that cut, the one Kaye publicly called a betrayal, earned Norton an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. The monk did not help. Drop a comment. Is this the greatest performance of Norton's career, or does he have something better? Smash that like, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next scoop, and we'll see you next time.